All right, we live. All right. All praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the believers. All right. And we are the Hebrew Israelites, the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. All right. We come out here week in and week out. Today I'm out here in this Hagerstown, Maryland. All right. And I'm bringing out a lesson called "The Thief Cometh." The thief cometh, but to destroy, to kill, to steal, kill, and destroy. The thief cometh to steal, kill, and destroy. All right. All right. So, all right. And again, we are the Hebrew Israelites, the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, the Latinos. All right. We wrought the judgment of the Lord. We built Babylon the Great, which is America. All right. The great city, great country. All right. And that's how we know we the people of the Lord. All right. All right. One of the ways we know. Okay. We go to Job 9 and 24. Bring that out. Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. And we know this wicked to be none other than the so-called white man and the seed lines that come from him. All right. All right. Right. And they are the wicked on the earth. They are the ones ruling the earth right now. Okay. We'll get into it a little bit more. All right. So the plagues and judgments, they're here. Okay. Most people have seen what happened over in Ohio. They've seen what has happened with the contaminated the railroad. Okay. All right. And let me get into that a little bit. All right. So Klaus Schwab just met. It was on the 15th and spoke about the Black Swan events that were going to come across America. All right. And Klaus Schwab, if you don't know, is the leader of the World Economic Forum. All right. In which is leading the world into the New World Order. All right. All right. They're bringing a whole new system online. All right. So the plagues and judgments are here. All right. Of the Lord, because the so-called white man is meeting out the will of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, by bringing wickedness in the earth. Okay. I guess I can get that at Isaiah 45 and 7. That's Isaiah 45 and 7. And this is what the Christian church don't teach you. The Lord controls both sides. Okay. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. All right. I'll read that again. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. So the Lord, he creates evil and he makes peace. Okay. So Klaus Schwab is bringing forth wickedness in the earth. All right. Planning a Black Swan event. We know what happened over there, over in Ohio. Total catastrophe event. That's a Black Swan event. Total catastrophe. The whole town was nuked with chemical contamination. All right. The fish, 3,500 fish died instantly. Okay, cattle. I think they said cattle died as well. All right, over there, and now the water is contaminated, and the people can't drink the water. So I would say they basically got nuked over there in Ohio. So that was a Black Swan event. All right, and Klaus Schwab is a part of the Economic Forum. All right, he made that announcement that the Black Swan events would be coming. All right, and that definitely was one of those Black Swan events. All right, okay. So they're doing this in order to put uh, um, Babylon in the world of America in straits, because they're bringing forth a digital currency, central bank digital currency. All right, in which is going to be controlled by them. Okay, totally controlled by them, and eventually they're going to come with the MOTB. Okay, the MARK, the C-HIP. All right, in order to implant that in your hand. Okay, to gain total and absolute control. Okay, all right, and I guess I can go ahead and show that real quick because it's so vital to the day. All right, all right, okay. So let me show you. All right, this is what's coming in the earth. All right, how you doing? All right, this is what's coming in the earth right now. All right, through the United Nations, they're bringing this forth. Your government is bringing this forth. The United Nations, through this man right here, that's in control, is bringing about a great reset. All right, as it's stating in here, the great reset is the new world order. All right, the central bank, digital currency. All right, all right, and Cloud is run by Klaus Schwab, this man right here. Okay, and he's saying that you will own nothing and be happy. Okay, all right, and eventually, this is what they're going to bring forth. They got the automated stores ready for you. You're gonna be able to walk in and walk out. You know you're not gonna use a palm reader. They're getting you ready for this right here, so you can just go in the store and walk right out. Okay, they're gonna put that in your hand. Okay, see that? That's what's coming, and these are the wicked men bringing it forth. All right, these are the wicked on the earth. Okay, so that's what's coming real soon. That's what's coming. That's what this lesson is all about, to warn you of. Okay, that we don't have a whole lot of time. They brought forth the Black Swan events. All right, over I think it's like four trucks overturned. I think it was like last week. Hazmat contamination. All right, in Ohio. Hazmat contamination in I think it was Houston. Okay, all right. So they're bringing forth the Black Swan events. Okay, all right, which means a catastrophe. You know, order out of chaos. They'll create the chaos, and then they're going to come in with the order. All right, all right. So it was derailments in Ohio, derailments in Houston, Texas, and South Carolina. All right. Also, the World Health Organization is predicting that the Marburg's virus will hit America. If this happens, it's going to be a total catastrophe. I mean, because this disease has a high fatality rate. All right, it's like a hemorrhagic fever. That's what it is. All right. So if this comes, it's going to be a total catastrophe. But they're predicting this. We do know that they predicted before the Crown Royal came, they predicted it. All right, the pestilence 19, before it came, they predicted it. Okay, so now they're predicting the Marburgs. All right, so this is spiritual. Okay, all right, and Trump announced that if he is reelected, he would consider the death penalty using the guillotine. Okay, using the guillotine. All right. And this is all spiritual. We'll go to Revelation 20:4. Because we know that this is going to come to pass, because it's going to be ones that are going to refuse the MARK, the C-HIP, and they're going to get beheaded. All right. Let's read about it. Revelation 20:4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, that one they call Jesus, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast. All right, that's the system. NATO, European Union, and America. Neither his image, neither had received his MARK upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai, the Mashiach, 1,000 years. Okay, so this is coming upon the earth. Okay, this the MARK, and if you take it, okay, you're going to be put. The Lord is not going to grant salvation to you, because salvation is granted to the Israelites. All right, to gain the kingdom of heaven. All right, so if you take this, you're not going to be able to enter. Okay, you're going to be left here and melted in Babylon the Great. When the missiles are shot from the end of the earth, you're going to be left here and melted. Okay. So this is all on the table. All right. So do you know what that MARK is at Revelation 13 and 16? All right. Well, it happens to be, as I just showed you, the RFID, C-HIP. Okay, the RFID C-HIP is going to go into your hand. All right, and right now they're getting you normalized to it through Amazon stores, Go stores. They're showing you where you take your barcode in your phone and you scan it. You get your credit card information on there, and then you can walk in and use your palm print. But that's gradualism. They're eventually going to go to the RFID. Okay, but in order to get there, they're going to have to cause chaos. Okay, in the earth. All right. All right. So a bill, if you don't believe this, just Google. A bill is on the table in Alabama to ban companies from C-HIPing their employees. So why would they do that? Why would they ban that if it wasn't coming to pass? Okay. So for all you naysayers and non-believers, all right, that are coming up against this doctrine, it is the RFID. Why did they put this out? Why did they put this out? This advertisement. You can Google it and find it. Okay. Why did they do this? Because it's coming to pass. It's coming to pass, and they want to put it out subtly towards you, because it is coming to pass. All right. So a bill is on the table in Alabama to ban companies from C-HIPing employees. Globally now, over 50,000 people in America, and over there, we know in Sweden, in 2017 they began C-HIPing everybody. Right? People were volunteering for it. Okay. All right. So 50,000 have already been implanted. So they're showing that this is coming. Okay, this is coming to the earth. All right. All right. Revelation 13 and 16. Let's read that. Revelation 13 and 16. All right. And he causes all, both great, small and great. I'll read that again. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive an MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So this is coming. This is here. All right. It's here. And you have to understand it. Okay. You can see it. Okay. As I spoke of, the automated stores are here. McDonald's is automating their stores. Okay. They test piloting in it. Amazon's ghost stores are now in effect. All right. And they're going to lead the way. Okay. Yep. Oh, Salaki, let me get this paper. Hold it in there. All right, let me get. Be right back. Salaki on there. Notes blowing around everywhere. Salaki. All right. But yeah, the Amazon ghost stores are out right now. You can just Google that. And in Raleigh, it's a black family, a Negro Israelite family that has also set up these stores already in Raleigh, North Carolina. I have a video on that already. Okay. And they plan on building 800 stores. Okay. That's what they're going to do. These automated stores. That's the future. They know it's the future. They're not being spiritual with it, but they know it's a moneymaker. Okay. Because it's going to identify you when you go into the store. Okay. So it's going to cut down on theft. All right. So this is here. It's not down the road. It's already here. Okay. They just opened their store like months ago. All right. So very soon you're going to start seeing either Walmart, they're going to either put this technology in or they're going to close their stores. One or the other. They're going to have to close their stores or they're going to have to adopt the technology. I believe they're going to adopt the technology for sure. That's what I believe is going to happen. I believe that Walmart's going to adopt their technology. All right. We know that Saudi Arabia has already checkmated the dollar. All right. We was the dollar's been held up by oil, the petrodollar, and now Saudi Arabia is going with the BRICS nations. They're joining BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China. All right. And they're leaving the dollar. Okay. They're going to invest their oil processes in digital money. Okay. Which they have the digital, China has the digital yuan and whatever digital currency they're coming with over there in Russia. Okay. And they all have stockpiled gold in order to do this. All right. And what you got to understand is our dollar, the fiat money that we have in our pocket is based upon nothing. Okay. It's based upon nothing. So that's the reason why you have this war going on in the Ukraine. That's the reason why you have chaos with the derailment of trains, all of that, because they're ushering in a new system. All right, that's coming. They're giving you distractions with balloons and all of that, but behind the scenes, they're getting this system ready. Okay, these banks, they're gonna refuse your money. They're gonna shut down. Okay, eventually. Okay, they're gonna start refusing you being able to withdraw your money. That's what's coming next. All right. So a thief cometh, but to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay. We'll start at Ezekiel 35:1. We are the watchmen of the Lord. All right. And we were told in to reveal who this thief. Okay. Ezekiel 35:1, and it reads, moreover, the word of Yahweh, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Okay, Mount Seir is the ancient land of the Idumeans, the Edomites, the Romans, the so-called white man. Okay. All right. I'll read that again. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith Yahweh the power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And to this very day, since the fall of Babylon, that when they helped out when we were being taken into captivity, all right, that's what the Lord is talking about. They've done the same thing today. Okay, when they put us in captivity here, they furthered their affliction upon us. All right, lynchings. All right, the lynchings, the hangings, the murderings of the children of Israel. And that's the Mexicans, that's the Native Americans, and that's the tribe of Yahweh the Judah, the Negroes. All right, let me show that real quick. The evidence. All right, they've had a perpetual hatred. Perpetual. It's been a perpetual hatred. It hasn't ended. From the first captivity of Babylon, when they were seizing our goods and they were taking us in and blocking the way for us to run, flee, they were doing the same thing here. All right. They did the same thing in 70 AD. All right. They did the same thing in 70 AD. All right. See that? The yoke of iron around our necks. All right. You see that? Okay. All right. They fed our babies to alligators there. See that? Fed the babies to alligator. We were sold on the market. What else? And they burn us on trees. They burn us to the stake. So they furthered their affliction. They furthered their affliction. So the Lord is saying, Salaki, hold on. Put this back. Read this again. Prophesy against them. All right. So if your pastor ain't prophesying against this wicked kingdom that done this to our people, then he wicked. All right. He ain't a man of the Lord. Okay. All right. Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel. Who is the children of Israel? The Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics. All right. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. Okay, because they were taken into captivity in the time that their inequity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Says thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from him that passes out and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword, because the Lord gonna allow the other nations to shoot nuclear missiles over here and burn up all of them. Okay, in every nation where we were taken into captivity, they're gonna be burned up. Okay, so you better hope and pray you're not of the seed line of the Idumeans and the Edomites. That's all I can tell you. Okay. Verse 9, and I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Okay. And what was one of the reasons? Because thou hast said these two nations, all right, the two nations were Judah and Israel. Okay. And these two countries, they took Israel into their possession, and they took America into their possession. All right. So you can understand, because thou hast said these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it. And that's what they did. They possessed it. So now you're guilty. We got you. We know who did that. Okay. Whereas the Lord was there. Why was he there? Because they were the children of Israel. They were the chosen seed of the Lord. The Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics. And you took them into your possession. Okay. Okay. So a thief cometh not but to steal. They stole the Negroes from the coast of West Africa. They was dwelling also in Europe. Okay, so that's stealing. All right, they killed. They came over here and murdered the Native Americans and destroyed. They destroyed us mentally and physically and spiritually. Okay, if you can understand that, and if you can't get that, you can't understand it. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Okay. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thine hatred against them. Against who? The children of Israel. All the hatred built up in you, the envy. Okay. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Okay. So that's what's coming. That's a future prophecy. All right. World War III is in the midst. All right. They got their missiles up and ready. They got the tanks over there in Ukraine. All right. Putin, he ready. He got his hypersonic missile that can get here within 30 minutes, and he is ready, okay, to destroy this place. All right. Okay. So that's who it is, the thief. That's the thief. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and read Exodus 21 and 16. Exodus 21 and 16. This is what the Lord said. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. All right. So who stole the Negroes from the west coast of Africa? All right. Are they still in their hand? Are they still in Babylon, America? Yes. All right. So the Bible is identifying the wicked, the thief who cometh to destroy. All right. I guess we'll go ahead and read the scripture now. John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Okay. We know who the thief is. The Idumeans, the Edomites, the Romans, the so-called white man who stole the Most High's chosen seed of the Lord, the children of Israel, and they are in the possession of them at this very moment. But the Lord says, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. How is that going to happen? Because rulership is going to be transferred over from the so-called white man to the children of Israel. That's how they're going to have it more abundant. Okay? That's how it's going to happen. All right, let's go to Daniel chapter 2 and verse 25. Let me see here. Daniel chapter 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints, which are the children of Israel, of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. That's what they have done when they set foot in America from the very beginning. All right, they changed laws and times. All right. And they shall be given into his hand, the children of Israel, until a time, times, and dividing of times. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion. Okay, whose dominion? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to consume it and to destroy it unto the end. In verse 27, who's going to get the kingdom of heaven? All right. Is it everybody? In the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. All right, Yahweh Shai, the 144,000, the great multitude amongst the 144,000, their families, all right, is going to make up the kingdom of heaven. All right. Everybody else outside of that going to be servants and slaves. Okay. So that is the intensive purposes of our Lord. Daniel 4:17. Because the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the Son in Paleo Hebrew, they're the ones who set up and take down kingdoms. And America, Babylon the Great is no different. Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and set us up over it the basis of men. So the Lord is raising up the children of Israel from the bottom, okay, to rule this planet. All right. Okay. Daniel 2:44. And in those days, these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Okay, so let's see who the saints are. See who the saints are. The Bible tells us who the saints are, so you will know who the saints are. He also, it'll be Psalms 148:14. He also exhorted the horn of his people, that'll be the children of Israel, the Israelites, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. So that's the people of the Lord, the children of Israel. You Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, and the seed lines from there. Okay. All right. So that's who's getting the kingdom. All right. That's why I'm out here today, to let you know that you need to return back to Yahweh. This is true living power, and Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth. Leave off from idol worship, white Jesus worship, all of that, and come into back to the Lord, because it's going to be soon too late, because evil is coming on the earth. All right. They have come forth again with their Black Swan event. All right. Ohio was nuked. Okay. Basically. All right. With chemicals. All right. All right. Amos 9:8. Because the Lord is going to give the kingdom of heaven to the Israelites. That's what it's saying here in Amos 9:8. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh, the power, are upon the sinful kingdom. His eyes are the angels, and they're watching America, Babylon the Great, and these sinful kingdoms. All right. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, saith the Lord. All right. Read that again. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So you got a chance, Jacob. 12 tribes of Israel, you Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics, you got a chance. All right. That grace that the Lord has shown is going to come to an end. All right. It's going to be hell on earth in Babylon the Great. Okay. What I mean by that, when there ain't no food, when the prices are so high you can't afford them. All right. When they take away and crash the economy, right? You can't use your debit card. People gonna take up weapons, okay? And evil is gonna come on the earth, and the Lord saying He ain't gonna save you out of it if you don't return to Him. He ain't gonna save you out of it, okay? How you doing? So you're Israelite according to the Bible? Okay. All right. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to save our people, the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics that wrought the judgment of our Lord. All right. We were taken into captivity, brought here in slavery. All right. The Native Americans were put on reservations. All right. Okay. So you should understand that. All right. So the Lord is asking you to return back to Him. Nahum 3 verses 1. All right. Nahum 3 verses 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Who's the prey? The children of Israel. They were brought here in servitude. All right. And they still here. The Negroes, all right, of Yahweh, Judah, still here. All right. The Native Americans that came over from Israel are still here. All right. And the other northern tribes, the Mexican, Issacharites, they're still here. The prey departeth not. All right. All right. So yeah, and that never happened. The 12 tribe sign failed. It's windy out here. All right. Okay. Baruch 3 and 8. Let's read that. We're still in captivity. We're still here in captivity. Let's read that. Baruch 3 and 8. That'll be out of your Apocrypha. All right. And this was originally in the King James before the Catholic Church removed it. All right. Got end time prophecy in the Apocrypha. Baruch 3 and 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord, our power. And that's the reason why you're seeing a lot of people being put to death. Okay, a lot of Israelites being put to death. You got rappers that are dropping dead like flies. I think you had 220, was it 2020, 2021, another 200. Now we're working. I mean, I'm not sure of my dates, but yeah, tons of rappers are being put down. Why? They're speaking lies. They're corrupting their brethren, and the Lord don't like it. And the Lord is taking them out. Just had one die like what, last week? They lost soul or something. Okay. Lord is not playing. We are under the curses. And if you don't come in, the true gospel is being brought out on the highways and hedges. And if you don't come in, the Lord, you heard the word, the Lord's going to judge you by it. Okay. The Lord is not playing. Okay. Let's get that at 1 Peter 4 and 17. 1 Peter 4 and 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High. So that's what's happening to these rappers. That's what's happening to a lot of our people. They're being put down in the land and the living. Why? Because they refuse to leave idol worship. They still want to be Christians in the church. All right. And the gospel is continuing to be brought out on the highways and hedges by the men of the Lord, the prophets. All right. All right. We go to Jeremiah 6:10-14. Jeremiah 6:10-14. To whom shall I speak and give warning, that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it. And that's the reason why you got Negroes and Latinos walking by me and they ain't saying nothing. And they have no delight in it. Okay? This is what the Lord has to say. Therefore, I am full of the fury of the Lord. I am weary with holding in. I will pour it out upon the children abroad and upon the assembly of young men together. For even the husband with the wife shall be taken, the age with him that is full of days. And this happened before, and it's going to be happen again, okay, to our people. All right? They're going to be caught up in the world, and when all hell breaks loose, they're going to be taken. All right? Because they're going to go and ask the government for help. Okay? That's what's going to happen. All right? When prices continue to rise, because they have no intentions of stopping raising the interest rate, they're going to ask for help. Okay? And that's where this the C-hip, the implant comes in at. Okay? I guess we can go to Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1 and read that. Isaiah chapter 30 and verses 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the cover, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So which lets you know that you got to have the spirit of the Lord on you, okay, in order to have protection out here in the world, and for definitely for what's coming. All right, the evil that's coming into the world. Great tribulation is coming. All right, famine is coming. Okay. All right. So Isaiah 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, says the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, Egypt being the similitude of America today, the house of bondage for the children of Israel. All right. And have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. The modern day Pharaoh is Mr. Joe Biden, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So it's saying it's a mere shadow. It's a mere shadow of America. Babylon the Great is a mere shadow. It's gonna be done away with. Okay. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So it's gonna be all our confusion when you go to the bank and you can't get your money out. Okay. All right. It's gonna be all our confusion. All you had to do is go on YouTube. If you want to get a first-hand glimpse of this, go on YouTube and check out Venezuela, what happened to them when their believer, I think it's Bolivia currency failed. All right. And then go and take a look at right now, look at Nigeria. They're going through this right now. That's what you need to take a look at, to show you what is going to happen to America, Babylon the Great, okay, and what they have in store for you, which ain't nothing good. All right. We'll go to verse 9. that this rebellious people, that's talking about the children of Israel, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, would say to the seers, which the seers are the prophets, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. And that's what the church is doing to our people today with the prosperity doctrine, telling you everything's gonna be great, you're gonna prosper, just give tithes. Okay, all right. So that's why our people are totally destroyed. All right, and the Lord is going to deal with those wicked false prophets. All right. Okay. But the Lord is going to send forth his men, okay, to teach this word in its perfection. All right. Isaiah 30 and 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity, can't get a job, first hired, first fired, in the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. So the teachers are here. They're on the street corners. They're on the highways and hedges teaching the truth. But Israel does not hearken. They would rather go buy a nice pair of shoes. Okay? I'm over here by Burlington Coat Factory. And, okay? They would rather get a nice coat. Okay? All right? Then to listen to the word. Okay? Okay. So we are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. They brought in, they saying it's Black History Month, but we're not black. Have you ever looked up the definition? It means evil, darkness, and despair. Okay. So who would want to be called that? All right. Okay, we're not Indians, Native Americans, Hispanics, Mexicans, Cubans, Haitians, Dominicans, Jamaicans. All right. No, we are the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. That's who we are. We are the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. And the Lord has risen up again, the men of the Lord, the prophets, to do this work at the end. All right. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12 and verse 13, which tell you Daniel is here today. Okay. He will be here at the end. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. It says, yeah, he's telling Daniel this. Okay, the Lord. It's Daniel 12 and 13. It says, but go thou thy way to the end be. We at the end, for thou shalt rest, Daniel shall die, and stand in thy lot at the end of days. So Daniel is standing in his lot, preaching this word, teaching this word today. Okay. We just can't remember former things. But the spirit of Daniel is here. Okay. The spirit of Daniel is here. All right. All right. Because we are regenerated spirits. Okay. We are regenerated spirits. Okay. Or reincarnation. Same thing. Right. Hosea 4 and 6. We're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's most of the Negroes, Native American, Hispanics. They're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. All right. Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. So the Lord has a promise of priesthood to you Negroes, Native American, Hispanics that return to him. Definitely you men of Yahweh the Judah, you Negroes, okay? All right? Because he quickened you in the spirit first, okay? I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So he ain't gonna just reject you, he gonna reject your children. Okay? All right. So the Lord, he's cold, man. So that's why we encourage you to repent, turn back to the Lord in spirit and in truth. Okay, before it's too late. As it says in John 4 and 22, John 4 and 22, ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews, or the tribe of Yahweh, Judah, and the subsequent Israelite, Israel too. Okay, the northern and southern king. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. The Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and truth. Okay, so the Lord is looking for such ones. All right, and that's what we're out here for. Okay, the elect of Israel. Not all Israel is going to gain salvation. All right, because they were not chosen to receive this understanding, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. All right, but what would they be doing? What would the Israelites be doing? What would the prophets, the men of the Lord, be doing today? All right, Jeremiah 28 and 8. All right. Would they be preaching smooth things to the congregation? All right. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So if your pastor ain't doing that, then he ain't a man of the Lord. Okay, that's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be coming up against this current kingdom ruled by the Edomites. Okay, all right, the Romans. All right, he's supposed to be coming up against it. All right. All right. So we're the men of the Lord, the watchmen of the Lord, the prophets. Okay, regenerated spirits. Ezekiel 3 and 17. Let's read it. Ezekiel 3 and 17. That's the reason why we're out here as well. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, 12 tribes. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So I'm not, that's the reason why I'm out here today. I don't want none of that smoke that's coming from the Most High. All right? I don't want it. All right? This whole nation is going to be destroyed, and I don't want to go down with it. I want salvation to come to me and my household. Okay? That's the reason why I'm out here. I ain't out here for nothing. Because everything has been stirred up in the earth. All right? The nations are gathering themselves. All right? They already know that America is weak. All right? They already know it. Okay? The dollar is finished. It's done. It's been checkmated. All right? We just on borrowed time now before the central bank digital currency is announced. And when you go to your bank account, you ain't getting nothing out. Okay? That's all we're waiting for. And then all hell's going to break loose in Babylon, America. Okay? All right? And that's why we're warning. Okay? So we're the watchmen of the Lord out here to warn you. Isaiah 62 and 6. But the warnings are going out. And if you ignore them and don't return to the Lord, that's going to be on you. Okay? Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. So we're not keeping silence. We're letting our people know what's coming down the pipe. Okay, all right. We're giving them the understanding, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for life itself. All right, because the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what's going to be salvation. Okay. Proverbs 4 and 7, which speaks on that wisdom. Proverbs 4 and 7. And it reads, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay, you got to get understanding of this Bible. Okay, you have to. How you doing? All right, you know you're Israelite according to the Bible. All right, okay. Proverbs 4 and 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding. Okay. All right, so that's what we're out here for, to give you understanding of the word, what's coming down the pipe. All right. Let's go to Isaiah 34 and 16. Isaiah 34 and 16. Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it has commanded, and his spirit it has gathered them. So no one of the tokens and prophecies in this book are going to fail. You can count on it. 100 is not going to fail. Okay? And no other book can mate up with the Bible. Okay? No other book on planet Earth. The Holy Scriptures, and along with the Apocrypha, nothing can mate up with the Holy Bible. All right? And the tokens, the prophecies are coming true. All right? Okay? So we were cursed, put her in servitude and slavery for a period of time before the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh, Judah, were quickened in the spirit. All right. They were quickened in the spirit, and they came into, they started, Salakia, they started gathering the elect sheep of the house of Israel. Okay. That's the reason why we use a sign. Okay. All right. The 12 tribe sign to help gather the sheep. All right. Because it's a seed line. All right. It's a seed line through the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics. All right. It's a seed line. All right. They're the men and women of Yahweh. Okay. So they were cursed. All right. That's the reason why the Mexicans right now, they're at war, okay, with the cartels and all that. They have to come over here for one of all things, right? Just like the Negroes, right? All the people of the Americas coming over here. Have you ever thought about why they couldn't get their own country going? Because the Lord put a seal on them so they couldn't rise. Okay? The Lord himself. They got to turn to the Lord. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. If they don't, they're going to be left here and melted. Okay? Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay? So that is what has happened over there with the Mexicans. That is what happened with the so-called Puerto Rican, Dominican. That is what happened definitely to the Negro. All right. Okay. Like I showed you in the sign. All right. All right. We go to We'll read verses, let's start with 25. Deuteronomy 28 and 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all kingdoms of the earth. How did that happen? Slavery. That's how. Okay. All right. They took the Native Americans from the Americas and brought them to Europe. Okay. Let me show you that. Show you. I got a picture of that. Because a lot of y'all thinking, oh, they ain't our people. All right. It's been many people to come to America. The sea lines flow through all of them. All right. All right. Because we both know that, you know, through, you know, basic sex, you know, people fall in love with all different types of people. All right. So that's the reason why we know America is definitely the place where the Israelites were at. So this, you see that image there? Okay, you got Native Americans, maybe Mexicans or people on the land working the land of America. And you see the Jesuit priest there holding up the Bible, I mean a cross or something in his hand there. See it? All right. So that's what happened over here. Okay. All right. That's why we say he's the devil. All right. And this is your Native Americans, I think, being loaded up in a ship. See that? Loaded up in a ship and taken to Europe as a slave. Okay. See what else? See if I can get this image. All right. Hear them working there. See the Edomites whipping them, and they carrying those big old trees. You can only imagine what America looked like when it was, I mean, trees everywhere, man. They came over and destroyed everything. All right. All right. All right. Then they sick the dogs on the Native Americans. I don't know if you can see that. Hope you can see it. They sick the dogs. I don't know if I can get it in. I can't really. There's a lot of glare. But anyway, they sick the dogs on the Native Americans and they ate them alive. Talk about judgment. Okay. So that's why we know for a fact them people in Americas are also Israelites. Okay. That's a major judgment. Okay. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. We seen the movie Roots. We seen the 12 years a slave. That happened. Okay. This is a part of his history. Okay. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. That being called names. Okay. Oh, nigger. Oh, wetback. Tonto. All of those names were bywords prophesied in the scriptures that the so-called white man would call the children of Israel. Okay. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Did that not happen to us? Yes. All right. Okay. Verse 48, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. Do they not own all the corporation and we got to get food from them? Yeah. And in thirst, do we not got to go buy our water? And in nakedness, we got to buy our clothes. We don't own those stores. And in want of all things, okay? And the same thing is with the Native American. The same thing is with the Mexican, all right? All the other tribes going through the same exact thing. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And we know that happened to the Negroes. We know they put a yoke of iron around our neck. We've seen it all in the history book. All right.
Okay. I said, stop getting people to watch their kids. I don't want to watch their kids. She said, okay, why not?
Sure. All right. You're Israelite according to the Bible. Israelite. All right. Chosen seed of the Lord. Okay. Just remember that. All right. All right. You want to say Jesus. See that? That's what our people are teaching them. All right. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Again, we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. All right. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. You will serve that, you will worship that cross, white Jesus, Islam, the cobblestone, Buddha. You will not serve the true power, which is Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Okay. Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, Egypt being the house of bondage for the Israelites, with ships, by way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. You won't see Israel again. All right. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So no man shall redeem you. Okay. Have we gotten reparations? I'm waiting. Nope. All right. So we didn't get no reparations. The Lord made sure of that. Okay. You know your Israelite according to the Bible. Okay. All right. So that's what happened to us. That's the history. All right. So we are the Negroes of the southern kingdom of Yahweh. All right. And we came over here to another Babylon in exile. The northern tribes left. They left earlier and were already here. All right. King Solomon had a navy, and also the southern kingdom ruled in Europe for 1,000 years. Okay. So of course they came over to America. All right. They had interpreters that came with Columbus. All right. All right. When they conquered the Negroes over there that was ruling. All right. If you can understand that. All right. So let's read that at John 10 and 16. John 10 and 16. The Lord had other sheep from a different fold. Okay. John 10 and 16. And it reads, and other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. So the two tribes will come back together, so which lets you know that they're right here in America, Babylon the Great. Okay, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, great portion. Right, because salvation is coming to from Babylon the Great. Let's get that real quick. Michael 4. Before I get to that, we know that we have the Mexican Los Lunas stone over there in what's that? Los Lunas, Mexico. It's over in Mexico. All right, the Los Lunas stone, in which has the 10 Commandments in Paleo Hebrew. All right, we have a burial mound box with the 10 Commandments. I think written around it or something, and it's a Moses on the box. All right, okay, that was a Israelite artifact. Okay, we have that. Okay, so let's read Micah 4, verses 10 through 12, because we will be here. We'll be here. The both tribes. All right, Micah 4, verse 10. It said, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion. So there will be another Zion. There will be a daughter, another one. Just like there's a daughter of Babylon, and we're in it right now. Okay, all right. Okay, it's another one. That's how the Most High speaks in similitudes. Okay, Micah 4:10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city. Okay, we 70 AD they sieged the city, and we fleed out of the city. For now thou shalt go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field of West Africa, over there, going fleeing from the Roman persecution and all that. And thou shalt go even to Babylon. Okay, okay, not to Iraq. Okay, but to America, another Babylon. How do we know that? There shalt thou be delivered. Have we been delivered yet? No. And there the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies, from Babylon. This is Babylon the Great. This is the place where they brought us, okay, in captivity. This is where the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics still are, okay? The 12 tribes of Israel, okay? You can understand that, okay? We'll go to Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. We're oppressed together. The Native Americans oppressed, we oppressed in the same land, okay, America. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Okay, have we gotten reparations here? No. All right. Have we been back home to Israel? No. Okay. So you have to understand that. Okay. We'll read that again. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. When the so-called small-hat man been oppressed? When has the small-hat man been oppressed? They own all the corporations in America. Never. Okay? The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Verse 34, their Redeemer is strong, the Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly please their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Disquiet, what does that actually mean? He's going to destroy this place. That's what it means. Okay? All right? So that's what's going to happen. All right, so we'll go to Lamentation 5, verse 1 through 8. But you gotta remember, the Native Americans were here on this land, and they did not have to pay for water or nothing. They just went and got a drink. Okay, so just think of that. The day of the children of Israel. Right, Lamentation 5 and 1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. The modern day Egyptians and Assyrians is a so-called white man, the Romans, the Idumeans, the Edomites. Okay? Right? Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Okay, so the Lord cursed us in the children. Okay, that's in Deuteronomy 28:15, Hosea 4 and 6. All right. All right. Verse 7 again, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Verse 8, servants have ruled over us. What servants? Okay? The so-called white man was meant to serve the children of Israel. Okay? All right? There is none that doeth deliver us out of his hand. Let's prove that real quick in Deuteronomy 32 and 8. 32 and 8. They were meant to be the servants. Okay? Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So the bounds, the inheritance was to go to Jacob. And it's still going to go to Jacob. Okay? In the end, the Lord is going to use his mighty angels, Yahweh Shai, all right, and the other nations to go to war to remove them out of their rulership. That's what's going to happen. All right. They know it. That's why you hear so much talk about UFOs, UFOs, UFOs. Why? Because they know. They know that the Lord has a heavenly host. Okay? They know this. All right? All right? But some of us would receive this message, this word. Some of us would. All right, we'll go to first we'll go to Romans 11 and 7. Romans 11 and 7. And it reads, what then? Israel had not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Okay? Like all the people that walk by that are Israelites that say, no, man, I'm not Israelite. That's what they've been telling me all day. The men of Judah. Okay? Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the Lord is not dealing with the whole nation of Israel. He's dealing with a select few of the chosen. Okay? We'll go to Baruch 2 and 29, because some of us would get it and come in. And of course, the rest will be blind. All right? Baruch 2 and 29, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. And this did happen. We were scattered. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So in the land of their captivities, and that's what happened. The men of the Lord were quickened right around the late 60s, all right, and began telling the children of Israel that, hey, you're an Israelite, and giving them the understanding, all right? Okay. Verse 31. We'll read 30 again. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. And that's what's happening all over the earth. The true men of the Lord are standing up in great boldness to teach this truth, and coming against the thief, all right, the robber that robbed them, all right. Okay. Jeremiah 3 and 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Okay, that's what's happening now. True men of the Lord are on the scene that all over the earth preaching this word, okay? Singing a new song, all right? That the children of Israel, the Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics are the true people of the Lord, all right? Salvation is for you if you return back to him, and he's only dealing with the elect. So only a select few can handle this knowledge, all right? Most will reject it, all right? So the Lord sent forth his men to teach them again, all right? All right. Okay, we'll read Isaiah 30, 20 through 21. See, he will send forth teachers, all right? I think I read that before, but I'll read it again. Isaiah 30, verse 20 and 21. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not the teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teacher, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left. Okay? Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver, and the ornaments of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a mistress cloth. Thou shalt say unto thee, get thee hence. So you would stop idol worship. You would stop eating pork. You would stop eating. You would go back to the dietary laws. Okay. And you would seek the Lord. Okay. So the Lord sent forth the prophets again. We'll read that at Luke, so you can understand that. Luke 1 and 68. Blessed be Yahweh, the power of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people and has raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So these spirits of the prophets been here forever. Okay. So they're here now. Okay. All right. All right. So the Most High gave Esau, Edom, the dominion. All right. After he broke the yoke off of his brother back in the 1300s. All right, broke the yoke from off his neck. He was in the dark ages. All right, in obscurity. They came forth with the Renaissance rebirth. Okay, all right. They took and they covered the faces of the judges, which were the so-called Negroes that was ruling at the time, whitewashed all the images, and then they used Cesare Borgia, or it's Serpent, which was Serpus Christus before, as the Hamashiach. Okay, and they began ruling in America and around the world, the globe. Okay, all right. Uh, it is ruled by NATO, the European Union, and America. All right, they make up the beast. All right. How do they rule? How do they gain rulership? By the gift of the sword that was their blessing. We'll read that real quick. Genesis 27, 37 through 40. Okay. Okay. Genesis 27, 37 through 40. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord. He made Jacob the Lord. Okay, Jacob is going to inherit the whole earth. All right, through Yahweh Shai and 144,000 rulership. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servant, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? Because Esau was asking for a blessing. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. All right, they got the whole earth under control. All right, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, the rulership, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that happened in the 1300s when they came back into power. All right. When they rose back into power, what did they do? They put the Negroes into slavery on the west coast of Africa. All right. They had the what was it? The auto de fe and the Spanish Inquisition. All right. Which, if you did not become a Christian, Roman Christian, you were put to death. All right. So our people fled into Portugal. Then the Lord sent the curse of the bubonic plague, killed most of us, took down the castles over there in Europe. They took down the castles over there in Europe. All right. And then they sought out to come to America and take the resources from the natives. All right. Let's read about that in Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. Revelation 20, verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. All right. That chain symbolizes slavery. The bottomless pit symbolizing Europe. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. This was not no red spandex creature. It was a so-called white man, the Roman Empire that was ruling, the Greco-Roman Empire that was in rulership. That was the symbol of the dark ages for them. Okay. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. They were in total obscurity for 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him so they would not rise, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. All right. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. And when they came into power in the 1300s, what did they do? They went forth to deceive the whole world and the nations with white Jesus. All right. That's what they did. Okay. So they're guilty of blasphemy against the Lord. All right. And that's why the Lord is going to allow a great slaughter in Babylon, the great America, and all the lands which they occupy. All right. All the lands they occupy gonna get hit with a nuke. Okay. Okay. Let me read it here. Okay. Verse 6, blessed and holy is he that has part in the first resurrection. You Negroes, Native Americans that come into this truth and are saved out of Babylon. On such, the second death has no power, that lake of fire. That's the second death. The first death was the great flood in which engulfed the world. The second death is when those missiles hit Babylon the Great and subsequent nations where we were put into captivity. Okay. But they should be priests of the Most High and of the Mashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Okay. So that's why we're out here, to make sure that you can understand the ramifications of what's going down. Okay. Verse 7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of prison. All right. Okay. So when he came back into power, okay, he was loose out of prison. And what did he do? Like I said, he raised up white Jesus, called himself the Most High. When you go to Google images, you look for God, you see white people. When you look for the angels, you see white people. When you look for the Messiah, you see white people. Let's read that. Verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations, which are in the four corners of the earth. That's what he did. Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is the sand of the sea, because that's going to be the end result. Gog and Magog is being gathered right now. Gog being the Russians, all right, and all that subsequent land underneath them, Iranians, all of that. They coming together, and they're going to destroy Babylon the Great, all right? All them BRICS nations going to come together and shoot missiles over here and burn this place to an absolute crisp. And the only ones going to survive is the elect of Israel. That's it. They're going to be taken up out of here, all right? So you don't want that lake of fire. You want that first resurrection. You don't want the second one, okay? You want the first resurrection. You want to go the first round, okay? You don't want to wait 1,000 years, okay? I know I don't. I want the first dominion of Israel, okay? So you can understand it. That's what the situation is with them, all right? Revelation 6 and 4, when they got the dominion, they had the gift of the sword. They built the Gatling gun, and then they went and took the nuclear scientists after World War II and had them build these atomic bombs. Okay? All right. So let's read Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, symbolizing Esau, Edom. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. That's World War I, World War II. And they were given a great sword. Okay? And eventually they used the atomic bomb on, in Hiroshima, Nagasaki. All right? They were given the sword, the gift of the sword. Again, the Gatling gun. Then they took the scientists from Russia, from during after World War II. All right, Russia took some of the scientists, America took some of the scientists and built atomic bombs. All right, now we got major nuclear bombs. They got the most. I think America and Russia got the most, and then China. All right, I think it's like that. Yeah. So how did they take peace from the earth? By way of the dollar. They weaponized the dollar through sanctions. All right. If you don't do what we say, you're gonna be sanctioned. If you don't do what we say, you are going to be sanctioned. And that's how they did that. Okay. We'll go to Revelation chapter 14. All right. Let's read about that real quick. Hold on a second. No, it's Isaiah chapter 14. So like it. Isaiah chapter 14. Okay. All right, we start at verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, America, Babylon the Great, and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. All right, and that's what's happening now. Our dollar is finished. Okay. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked being the rulers, which are the so-called Idumean, Edomites, Romans. All right, the so-called white man. Okay. All right. Again, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, with sanctions. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. And that's what's coming. All right. Nobody's going to come to help America, Babylon the Great. when this nation falls, when the currency falls. All right. Okay. So that was the point. That was the point. Okay? That's why we're warning you, because this nation is not going to stand. It's going to fall. Currency has already fallen. Okay. You just don't know it yet. They manipulating things and all that. Okay. So they created the atomic bomb. They used the gift of the sword, and the Lord gave them that understanding. All right. Isaiah 54:16. And it reads, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument of his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. The Lord did that. He put the spirit on them to create the atomic bomb, the nuclear missiles, all of that. Okay. Okay. So you can understand it. So we'll go to Jeremiah 51:7-11. All right. It was the Lord who gave them everything they had. All right. Jeremiah 51:7-11. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken with their wickedness, their philosophies, their wicked holidays, their LGBT, their homosexuality, spread it all over the planet Earth. Okay. That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her wine before, therefore, the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. It won't be healed. All right. They bringing in the new system, the digital currency, the central bank digital currency. They coming forth with the implant, okay, to enslave you. That's what's coming. Okay. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. Okay, because America was founded and gave I think it's a H-1B visas to all these other countries to come over here and come to school for a really low prices and stuff. That's why America was able to build up technologically, okay, because they brought the other nations in, right? But the Lord is telling you, you better get out of here, okay? I'm gonna destroy this place, all right? We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. The Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. And that's what I'm doing today. That's what brothers all around America, Babylon the Great is doing. All right. All right. Usually Saturdays, Sundays, all through the week, we're putting out lessons. All right. When we can. Verses 10. The Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord, our power. Verse 11. This is what the Lord is declaring on Babylon the Great, America. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord has raised up the spirit of kings of the Medes. That will be your Russians. Okay. Their spirit is being raised up for his devices against Babylon to destroy it, to destroy Babylon the Great, America, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. And that's what's getting ready to go down. Russia got hypersonic missiles. All right. They're going to launch those missiles into America, along with the other nations. Okay. Okay. So that's what's happening now. They're making bright the arrows and the shields, and they're getting ready for World War III. Okay. And that's going to be the end all be all. And it's going to usher in the kingdom of heaven, and the children of Israel will rule it. All right. If you ain't of the house of Jacob, you're going into slavery. you going into slavery. All right. So who is the thief in the Bible? I think you figured that out. I think you understand who the thief is. The one who come to steal and destroy in John 10 and 10. It is none other than the so-called white man, the Romans, the Idumeans, the Edomites. They're the ones who did all the stealing and destroying sections of other countries. They took peace from the earth through war. Okay? They did that. Okay? They are the thief. All right? Who stole the land of America from the Native Americans? I think it's very easy to figure that out. Who conquered the Israelite that was ruling over there in Europe? I think we know who that is. All right? They are the wicked, the devil, and they possess the power of Satan. Okay? We'll go to Micah 2, verses 1 through 3. Micah verse 2. 1 through 3. This is describing them. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Okay, they get into think tanks. How can we destroy the Israelites? What can we do? How can we continue to rule? How can we keep them in subjection? That's what they do. Verses 2. And they covet fields. That they did not covet the field of America. All right. Did they not conquer the Native Americans and take the land? Yes. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. They oppressed the Native Americans, took away their heritage, okay? Sent a lot of the children off to be re-educated, okay? Right? That's who did that. But this is what the Most High is saying that's going to happen to you Idumean Edomites, okay? Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go heartily, for this time is evil. And what time is that? It is nuclear war, World War III, and you're not going to be able to remove your necks out of that one. Isaiah 34. And verses 1. This is what the Lord has in store for you, Idumeans. The thief, okay? They're pillaged, robbed, raped, and robbed in order to establish this kingdom on inequity. This is what the Lord got planned for you. Come ye nations, to hear, and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He's talking in the future sense. It's already happened as far as he's concerned. He has delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, because that's that mushroom cloud coming up in the air, and all their hosts being armies, shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from a fig tree. And the Lord is identifying who he's targeting. For my sword should be bathed in heaven. All right, that the missiles are going to come down. My sword should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon who? Idumea, and upon the people of my cursed judgment. Okay, the Idumeans, all right, are the Romans, the Edomites, the so-called white man. That's who it is, and their seed. Okay, all right, that's what judgment is coming for. All right, read that again. For my sword should be bathed in heaven. That's them nuclear missiles. Behold, it shall come down on Idumea. Another word for Idumea is Edom, Esau. Okay, all right, Greco-Romans. All right, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay, so that's how the Lord is going to get rid of the thief All right. All right. The one who, all right, is the thief. And I'll go ahead and read this last scripture here, which is, let's see. Yeah, John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So the Lord is going to give the children of Israel the kingdom of heaven. They're going to have life more abundantly. They're not going to be oppressed. All right. And now we know who the thief is clearly. Okay. All right. And with that, I say all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash, peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, and shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone, and shalom to the believers all around the world. Shalom.